And we are live here with Bitcoin price prediction, blockchain technology. I'm your host, Daniel Plummer, the Crypto Kid, Ganja Ambassador, brought to you by Howard Blockchain TV, sponsored by Addis Ababa Advanced Technologies Incorporated. Please leave some comments. We're looking to improve this podcast. This podcast is all about you and bringing information directly to you so you can become a more informed crypto investor. In addition to that, leave some likes as well as follow and subscribe us. Going into Bitcoin news, there's not much news, but many people predict that during the summer, there's not going to be much dramatic price changes with Bitcoin. And it's just because the volume is not there. Here in the United States, it is the summer, and most investors are on vacation with their families. So most of the Bitcoin price movement you're seeing is being dictated from overseas, mainly in Asia, where the Asian governments are fully supportive of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Ethereum is down to $3,386. Bitcoin is at 60,986 US dollars, and we don't expect much movement. Right now, this is an election year and an election summer, and the only activity and news we really have on Bitcoin is that the Winklevoss twins donated $2 million in Bitcoin to President Trump's presidential campaign. We also understand that in general, the Biden administration is heavily attempting to regulate Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies through the DOJ and the SEC. Because Congress only sets policy, now the U.S. Treasury is attempting to create a tax regime within the U.S. Treasury that will be instituted through the Internal Revenue Service. So this is something that any crypto broker, any trader, this is something that you just got to set aside money and maybe some class action suits against the U.S. Treasury and the Internal Revenue Service. And it needs to be mainly based upon the U.S. Constitution. The Internal Revenue Service is not a part of the U.S. Constitution. The U.S. Treasury is not a part of the U.S. Constitution. Yet these agencies, these are government agencies that are acting through their own accord, setting their own policies. And remember, policy and legislation is determined by Congress. Okay, the SEC has to follow what Congress puts into law. They cannot use the power of the DOJ to arrest crypto brokers, crypto dealers, and crypto investors. And anybody that is arrested could easily challenge that, and maybe at the state, and that's a federal crime anyway that they're going to be charged with. So they can easily up that suit or charge to the U.S. Supreme Court and have it determined there. And that ultimately is where a lot of these cases are going to end up. So, and it's just simply that the Internal Revenue Service, we don't know what its true purpose is. But it is attempting to overreach its bounds and simply tax whatever transactions are occurring. It only has the authority to tax transactions within the United States that are taking place. It theoretically online, a transaction done by Bitcoin, whether it's overseas, is done online. So Congress is going to have to write new legislature attempting to tax American residents for conducting transactions online. However, you cannot tax foreign investors or entities that are committing purchases through foreign dealers where the exchange may be taking place with a U.S. dealer. So this is going to be controversial. Let's just watch this unfold. This is a presidential election year. So this is just like, no matter which direction it goes, it is going to be ammunition for either presidential candidate to take a side. So right now, the Biden administration is into heavy regulation of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and Donald Trump's stance is laissez-faire, let the markets happen the way they will, and less regulation. But that's the Republican platform anyway, so we shouldn't be surprised about that. So we'll keep you informed. Once again, this is Daniel Plummer with Bitcoin price predictions. And like I said, today is Saturday. There's not going to be a lot of market movement today, so Sunday's program will be short. But for the next 7 to 8 weeks, you should not expect a lot of activity with any of the financial markets. Nevertheless, we'll keep you informed. So this is Daniel Plummer signing out. And remember, you heard it first here on Howard Blockchain TV that the future is crypto.